And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone
and Chick-Brew
in the morning show is for infotainment purposes only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent
Naval Station Rhoda, the Armed Forces Network,
or the Department of Defense.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, thanks.
I can, but I don't wanna.
Why?
Because I got paranoia. I got issues.
You got issues?
Yeah, I didn't hear a teaser before the show. Really? Wow, already?
No, yeah, well, you were...
So I didn't hear a teaser before the show, so immediately I'm assuming that as soon as I walk in the door, there's going to be somebody like, hey, T-Bone, we need to talk. Because, we're getting ready to go through a new management phase.
It's true.
Yeah, and every time that happens, it's very cyclic here. I gracefully bow out. I was like, well, that was fun. Really enjoyed it. I guess this is over, And then, I take a week off or 2 weeks off, and I get a call. Hey, can you come down? We want to talk. And then they go, yeah, what's up? Hey, we want you to go back on the air. Oh, really? Thank you. I really appreciate that. So
sometimes you need a break, though.
Well,
no one ever calls to offer me a break.
What? You just took a break. I had to do a show last week without you. That's not...
Also, we climbed Mount Vesuvius. You told me, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Trail's going to be fine. It was so hot, I could have died.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Vesuvius is not bad.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
Etna's a beast.
There are things I don't need to climb up. I think that's my second volcano, and I feel like I'm good.
Well, the thing about Vesuvius is it's dormant. It's not really exciting when you get to the top. It's just there.
It's beautiful, though.
It is beautiful.
And it was super clear that day, so you could see all of the other
Naples,
peaks.
The Bay of Naples. Oh, it's beautiful. But,
gorgeous.
And this is, I guess we're doing a show for our Naples fans this morning. Good morning, Naples.
People might be traveling to Naples. It's still summer.
No,
for some
we have
folks.
people that listen in from Naples. We have a lot of Rhoda people that transfer to Naples. They're curious
true.
how we're doing. So yeah,
I saw the mustache. I saw in my first day of drill. I was going to work, very excited, enthusiastic. I was
skipping,
trudging up the stairs, and I took all my strength not to salute the stash.
So the stash, you meet the stash on the stairway.
Meet the stash on the stairway. I was like, "Hello, sir," and he was like, in his eyes, I could see.
Yeah, just.
No. Why are you here? Just a pure devastation in his eyes.
The thing about the stash, and he knows who he is, the thing about the stash is he did it with his eyes and his mustache.
Yeah.
He didn't have to say anything. I love Mike McNichol. I really do. He had such a wonderful, dry sense of humor, and it cracked me up. But I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing how funny he was. So I would hold it in, which is a bad thing to do when somebody's being funny. If somebody's making you laugh, you should probably laugh. But he would hold it in, and he would say things with just his eyes and just his mustache. I was like, oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. I think that, like, if we were to design a coin or a t-shirt or a coffee mug, it would just be the eyes, the nose, and the mustache. Like, no actual mouth. But there's so much expression in those three things.
I could do that with just the last cover of The Coastline. I could just take that little piece, just the eyes, nose, and mouth.
Yep. Because that's all you need.
Yeah, so when he's looking for a retirement coin, he knows who to call.
I've got it over. And then on the other side,
what if it was a command coin?
Attention to the mustache.
What if it was a command coin?
I miss them. That was a good group.
Oh, they were
fun,
man. And to Bridge, she had some great one-liners. She made me laugh a lot too.
She would get you too, because you would be like, "Oh, everything," and we're talking about vegetables and the commissary. I'm gonna pee my pants. I'm laughing so hard.
My favorite line was I won't even say it because I won't say it, but it was about having the ability to cut line at the movie theater, but not using it. And she had a response that just cracked me up. I loved it. A great family. I mean, we are a Rhoda family, and we do great things together. In case you haven't quite figured it out yet, this is the dawn of Friday morning. It is T-Bone and Chick-Brew in the morning. We got all kinds of news, weather, information, traffic, and we're going to be talking about other foods that start with T. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about National Night Out. That's going on tonight.
I just drew a blank.
A huge static display. All these things happening and more. T-Bone and Chick-Brew in the morning. They just get more and more complicated. These used to be so simple. Just boop, 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 done. But now you got the who's a what's it and the thingamabobadoo and the thingamajigger. You got it all. It's not friendly. All right. For those of you who are not looking at the in-studio camera, which currently doesn't exist, I got a new tripod. I'm trying to set the new tripod up so I can do a promo for AFN 360 app and AFNEurope.net. But I'm not having any. So keep listening, or if you're not listening,
do you want assistance?
Huh?
Would you
no,
like
I don't need your youthful
okay.
exuberance. Exuberance. There's an X in there.
Yep.
I don't need your youthful
So many
exuberance.
X's.
Just checking in from Okinawa, letting you know the Stanleys are listening. And apparently they are having another typhoon.
I saw that.
Yeah, but it's okay. The typhoons are nothing there. It's like a hurricane in the Key West. Well, not Key West. Key West is a bad example.
I remember my first typhoon in Japan. We just moved into Bara Tower, and I never lived anywhere. I never lived in an apartment complex that I had remembered, let alone one that landed me on the 10th floor of anything. And never lived anywhere where there was a typhoon. We'd been in San Diego, and then all of a sudden, the building sways. And I remember sitting in my room, and I had a desk that faced out the window, and the whole building is swaying, and I'm like, oh my God! I thought that was the end.
So imagine dealing with that on a daily basis. I worked once upon a time. I worked on the 86th floor of the World Trade Center. Tower number 1. Back in the day, we called them towers number 1 and 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
Yeah, and then after 9/11, we started calling the North and South Tower. It was so confusing to me. I had to once look it up. I was like, which one did I work in? Yeah, I worked in the Tower number 1. And when I was working in radio there, we were broadcasting off Tower number 1, the highest radio station in the world. So when I was working at the Skylab, which is the 86th floor, the building naturally swayed all day long because of the winds.
Yeah.
And it was not uncommon for people to get seasick in a restaurant in the sky.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was fine. Like when I went to the World Trade Center, 2000.
Oh.
For a high school choir trip, I went up to meet up with some friends of a friend. And it did have a little sachet to it.
Yes, sachet, yes.
But at 4th grade me did not know anything about that. So high school me was prepared and equipped, but 4th grade me in a new country, such as Japan, which was not San Diego or Rhode Island, was not ready to understand the sway of a building.
When you visited the World Trade, what floor did you go up to?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
It was literally go up, say hello, go back down, because I had to meet back up with my choir group.
We had 12 elevators. We got a bank of elevators, and some of them are the express elevators that get you to the top with a quickness. And it would buckle your knees. That thing had so much speed in it.
It was so much fun.
And you could fit 40 people in there. It was a huge elevator. Oh, the good old days.
Yep.
Yeah, now I get into an elevator in Spain, I can barely fit myself in a bag in it.
Oh my, the elevators in
I'm gonna put the
Bahrain.
backpack between my legs.
The elevators in Bahrain and some of the apartments were so small. I was like, where do you put your groceries?
Is this an elevator or an escape pod? What is this?
And we will be descending in 5, 4. Oh man, did you see the Romanians built a all-directional space ship, like a flying saucer?
Oh, I can't wait to Google that later.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna play some music while T-Bone and I Google the Romanian flying saucer.
Do you see the sense of accomplishment? Oh, I'm sorry, he's still talking.
Oh yeah. And we don't cut off the songs on AFN. It's like there's a commercial about that, don't you?
What?
You know the AFN commercial. We let all the songs play to their end. Blah blah blah. I don't know.
I have not heard that one.
Oh, it's a good one.
I've heard a lot of AFN
of
propaganda. We play the best music because people in America are listening to this music. No, they're not. No. They are not. New CO, Captain Baird.
I haven't met him yet.
I haven't met him either yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to see how long I can go.
Oh, okay. New approach. Avoidance.
How long is it before I get called into the office? I don't want to, see how long I can make that last.
Just when you thought you were no longer going to have to worry about getting called into the principal's office.
He had a pretty good music selection yesterday, similar to the previous CO's music selection in style. I'm not trying to pick favorites. I'm just saying currently one has wow, I pulled something in my back.
God, you're like 80 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad when sleep hurts you. Like, oh, What's wrong with you? Oh, I slept wrong. I can't move the left side of my body.
I went to bed at 6 p.m. not last night, the night before.
Who's 80?
Yeah, me. No, I've always been 80. Nothing has changed for me. Yeah, it's just grandma and fell asleep on the couch. Apparently, the dog was walking all over me. No, not real. Didn't even happen.
Tonight and tomorrow night, huge music festival in Rhoda.
Yeah.
And they changed the location this year. They put it right next to the BP station. Now, I'm not trying to say what you can and can't do, but I can see everything right there. And there's a whole row of apartments that has a front row view. They're not going to go down, pay admission, and go back to their room. They're just going to go out on their balcony and look. So this is a huge music festival. It's a big time. I've seen this one. I've seen this one at the Fairway Grounds at the soccer stadium, and one year they did it on the beach.
Yeah,
it's a big deal. So now that we're both 80, are we going to go to this?
No, I mean, yeah.
It's hot and there's water. I mean, there's a bunch.
I'm going to the dog park on Sunday.
There's a bunch of beautiful people out there. And it's fun to look at, and there's
then
music.
I probably can't. I'm probably not allowed.
Well, you're not. Yeah, that's why you wear shades. Yeah. I'm not looking. I mean, there's a sun. It's bright.
If it's only for pretty people, I'm just not allowed to show up.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to say that.
I'm
going for the love of music.
I am actually super excited. One of my favorite artists from Austin is playing like multiple shows in Spain, and I will be able to go to Malaga to see one.
Ooh, nice.
I am so excited.
Hey, do you remember National Night Out? You remember that little thing we call National Night Out?
Yeah, actually, my came up in my Facebook memories with the EOD folks and the CBs letting me play with the big guns.
Right,
yes.
Right. You remember that's how we got started?
Yep, that is.
Yeah, I was coming in, and I was still on active duty, and I was pushing the whole National Night Out is coming. Well, guess what? It's here.
It's today, right?
It's tonight, yes. Oh. And we'll be talking more about
baby,
that.
Tonight,
yeah.
It's National Night Out. You're welcome.
Yeah. Actually,
I've had my coffee this morning.
Yes, I saw the bowl container.
Yeah, it also has chai in it.
I love chai.
I know.
Yeah, big fan. Big fan of
This
chai.
stuff is much sweeter, though. I didn't get whatever.
I kind of led the teaser that we would be talking about.
We're going to talk about National Night Out when we can really talk about it and have more than 20 seconds.
Yeah, well,
see, I'm going to set you up for success.
I led with the teaser, and then we diverted over to coffee with chai in it.
It's okay. We're going to talk about it when you can really get into it because it's so important. Stick around. We're going to talk about National Night Out, T-Bone's favorite night, because it's how we met. In a minute.
No, you ruined it.
I did.
We're going to let it run until I mess up. So there are a couple of people out there right now who are catching us live as we get ready to do more of our community information thing. We're going to be talking about National Night Out. That's right. In Spain, everything is late.
It is.
Everything is late. So it would be no surprise that our National Night Out is 9 days later than everybody else in the world. Our National Night Out will actually be occurring tonight at the normal location, Seaview Pines, but of course the parade starts early at CO Circle. The parade starts CO Circle and works its way, it meanders through and avoids the falling cliffs of housing. Yes, that's an important part on the map. So it avoids that section of housing. It takes us to Seaview Pines, and at Seaview Pines, we're going to have all kinds of good morning, hi. We're going to have all kinds of, I was going to say distractions. I don't mean displays. We'll have static displays from the Fast Company, from EOD, from the Fire Department, Security Department, the Spanish Law Enforcement Services, and finishing with pretty much a grand finale of the military working dog section. We'll have the U.S. and Spanish military working dogs.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, guess who gets to take a bite tonight?
Oh, they're going to get you.
McGruff is the answer. Oh. He's taking a bite out of crime. Actually, we have a guest dummy. We have somebody that we will put in the bite suit.
But we have a local celebrity dummy.
He is much higher on the food chain than I am.
Oh.
Yes. The new commanding officer will be in a bite suit. So I buy...
Well, you can't go to National Night Out then.
Why?
Because I thought we were avoiding. Avoidance is the key to success.
He still doesn't know what I look. Oh, he doesn't know what I look like.
Well, you just went live.
It's not like we're friends on Facebook yet.
You're like the worst spy.
Speaking of being the worst spy, so I got the spy glasses, right? They got the camera built into them. They're good to go. I've been using them and testing them, but yesterday I actually tried to download the video that I've taken with the things. Well, that's not working. I can't figure out how to get the video from the thing because I would really like the skipper to wear these. There is no... speaking of which, Jose is piped in right there. Jose has taken a bite from the dogs, and the camera footage we have from him are the security cameras, and it's very funny because that dog ate him like viciously, just tore him apart. I mean, he's not a giant man; he's a normal-sized human being,
regular-sized human.
And that dog was a giant dog, and just whipped him around. It was fun to watch many times over and over. It should have went viral. So I'm
just make a GIF out of it. So
I'm trying to get the skipper to wear these special spy glasses.
Right.
Because there is nothing in the world like seeing a 90-pound, highly trained dog come at you at full speed. It is adrenaline rushing. He's complaining about his injuries. Oh, it hurt my shoulder for a week.
You keep saying that, and all I keep imagining is my dog with his extra skin and his ears.
Beagle. No, a Malinois, a Shepherd, a well-trained Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Or a Beagle. There's nothing more precious than a Beagle.
Just coming at you at full speed. There are very few people who get to experience it, but I'm telling you, it is an amazing sight and feeling and adrenaline rush and synapses firing, and it happens in slow motion. The dog's just I was doing that one a little bit more for the camera.
Yeah, I can see it. Weirdo.
So I think I timed that about right.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to play some more music, and then we've got AP Radio News, but we will be back with you just a little bit after 7 o'clock.
Only the Brits. Now just let those bagpipes go.
Yeah. And then they just cut off. Which is funny because it's still running. Like, it still says that there's music, but there's no music. It's just, like, cut off and...
Only the Brits would think, you know what would be a good way to end this song?
77 years of bagpipes.
Just let them run, see what happens. I don't know. What?
This is a lot of bagpipes.
It is an
only for Dave.
Only for Dave.
Quite literally, would never do that for anybody else.
We would not. And we know our accents are
They're
bad.
Terrible.
Yes. And don't think I don't know I'm doing Scottish accents. That was a great show. I missed that. Shorties watching Shorties. There's some great days on that one. So, oh yeah, you know what we didn't mention? Yeah, National Night Out is tonight. The parade's starting at CO Circle at 5:30. Leaves from there. You can't miss it. Fire trucks, boats, bullets, Band-Aids. I don't know. They got all the stuff in a procession. One year we had a bunch of like a car show in the parade. It was really neat. A lot of vintage cars and motorcycles. I don't think they did that this year. I don't know.
I got a like a 2005 Subaru Legacy. Is that considered vintage?
Yes.
I'm always like sitting around waiting like, when is the 2000s car? When are those? It's not gonna be quite the same, right? For like our
classic car shows of the future,
right,
are going to be bad.
Yes, look at this 1999 VW Bug.
Here's a Toyota Tercel,
built-in vase,
and right next to it's the Toyota Corolla, which is just a Tercel, a little large. Yeah, the car shows of the future are going to be horrible because we do make beautiful cars,
just
but
in a different...
nothing we can afford. So
accurate.
There's like a couple weeks in a row now I've seen where these rich people are buying used Bugattis. You know, Tracy Morgan bought his, drives it out the lot, and gets in an accident within 30 seconds of driving off the lot. Somebody else just bought a used Bugatti. Beautiful car. But for the average Joe, there is no beautiful car out there for the average Joe anymore. And if you disagree, I'd be willing to hear what your input is. We haven't put it out, so I'll put it out right now. Call us in the studio, 727-1025. Very easy number to remember. Or 95682. The basic extension, you have to dial any number on base, and then 1025 at the end of that. You can call us at any time. You can hit us up on any of the social media pages. We always appreciate your input. Right now, we're looking at modern cars that will be future classics. I can't think of any. I cannot think of even I drive a cookie cutter Volvo. Nothing special about it. A couple of stickers I put on it. Yay. Will that be the thing of the future? Look how many stickers this person put. There are a couple of those sticker mobiles driving around too.
Yep. So in Austin, there was the art cars were a really big thing when I was in college. And there was someone who had just glued pennies to their entire vehicle.
That's going to add a lot of weight.
Yep. Not much value, but a lot of weight.
Well, a lot of pennies is still worth a lot of pennies.
The Barbie car, where it was just like full Barbies in different outfits glued to the whole car. Weird. It was weird.
Austin's a weird town to begin with.
It is. I love it. It's not really like that anymore, which is kind of devastating. It's not as odd. I
hear you talking, but in my brain, I'm just going through cars right now. And just ding, 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 ding. Like the NSX was almost an affordable car that could be a classic in the future. I got one. But once you get to like Ferrari stage and above, maybe even Mercedes are pricing us out.
And they're not really they're not that.
They're not.
This is a car with, I don't know.
Like an Olds, something that you could put into 3-wheel motion, anything like that. Hey, we're looking for your input. When we come back, we're going to be talking about other foods that start with T, because Taco Tuesday is not the only thing that can happen on a Tuesday.
I had tostadas
there are
last
other
night.
Options.
Oh, yeah, look at you.
So I recently had a visitor here. I made homemade ramen noodles. Very delicious.
Where was my phone call?
Yeah, but as the visitor departed the flight pattern, I still had a lot of leftover stuff. So I've been eating the ramen. I'm curious if I got all of it out of brushing this morning. I got a little something right there just gonna get me.
But you know what? You could call a friend who loves ramen. I don't understand why. I don't understand what is going on.
You got a stove. You got people at home who know how to cook. So last night, unfortunately, I was not able to push this as much as I wanted to, because at least one of our friends and listeners of the show, John Tillman, he would have went out to comedy. He likes comedy. I've known him a long time. He's a good laugher. Last night, Operation Punchline was there in Suda Bay. I hope you had a great show. I know you had a great show. I hope you had a chance to go out and listen to 5 touring comics right now with Operation Punchline. They were here with us on last Saturday. It was a fantastic time. I got to hang out with friends of many, many years and tell stories, and basically just had a real good time with a bunch of people. I made some new friends, and Laura and Jeff. I really like them. I really enjoyed their company. So I'm looking forward to the next time they roll through here. But tomorrow night, Saturday, August the 10th, they will be performing somewhere in Sigonella. I don't know where they're going to set them up. I don't know if they're setting them up on NAS 1, NAS 2. Hey, here's some fun. Set them up in the old Mineo housing complex. That'll be a blast. Because Mineo, it's bad now. It's real bad. Yeah. We turned it over to the Italian government, and they have a migrant problem, so they just put them all there in former government housing. Yeah, I wouldn't go there. No, not at all. But on the 13th of August, be aware, they will be at Naples. So I don't know where they do things in Naples. Probably Agnano.
It's support.
Wait, Agnano doesn't exist anymore. They do it at the support site?
Well, they're not going to do it at Capo. That's where everyone goes to work.
Well, I mean, it is the Navy.
Yeah.
So, because all of your junior sailors that...
They're going to be supports. It's going to be supports.
Okay, it's going to be at the support site is what we believe. If you know the exact location and you're willing to share, let me know. But Operation Punchline will be at Sigonella Saturday night and at NSA Naples on a Tuesday night. And then they're going to go play Army and Air Force bases, and no one cares about them. And they don't listen. So why would I promote that? Well, I would promote it because I like the people that are performing, but I won't because of they're going to bases I don't care about. I am so flippant.
You are so
this
petty.
Morning.
You put petty and chief petty senior chief petty officer for decades.
Nice. Oh, chief selectees. What do they do? They got a comrel going on tomorrow. I'm sure they're doing important hardcore Navy training stuff.
Yes, in PT gear.
Yes.
Just PT gearing around base, doing things in PT gear. Every time I see someone go into like the commissary or something and they're in their PT gear, I just remember CMC Terrell, who would kick you out of the commissary if you were in there in PT gear that looks like you even maybe just glistened any sweat. He was like, get out.
I don't disagree with that.
No, I don't. I'm not mad either.
I'm just here at the galley to eat and sweat on things. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just getting weirder and weirder when it comes to all kinds of disgusting human habits.
When I worked here, I sat right across from there was a door in the hallway from the male bathroom to where my desk was, and the door would be open, and anytime someone would come out, like, did you wash your hands? They moved me. They moved me to the back office where I couldn't harass people.
Are you kidding?
No.
That sounds like a DOC complaint. She kept stalking me, and there was stuff, and so we only got one response onto the current future classic car, and of course it was our Okinawa listener who believes the Mini Cooper is a current future classic. I disagree. It's ugly. Sorry. Deal with it. You got your inputs. Give it to us, 727-1025 or 956-82-1025. It's T-Bone and Chick-Brew in the morning.
I don't know what they were saying.
Yay. Hey, what's our weather looking like today? Don't worry, you don't have to look it up. I can tell you. It's southern Spain. Our weather's going to be nice.
It is, unless you live in Maroon. Then it's going to be super hot.
It's not going to be super hot.
It's like 95.
A little warmer. Yeah, a little, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, and we're down on the coast, and it's going to be a little warm, but it's going to be plenty of sunshine, plenty of beach. It's beach time. It's August. Plenty of traffic. So,
traffic.
Plenty of visitors.
Yes.
Some with ill intentions.
Yes.
Yes. So that constant reminder of the ACC program, the Accident,
Especially
Crime, and
concert.
Court-Martial Prevention. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The concert's going to bring out some bad people, too. Inside the concert and outside the concert. Yeah, they...
Also,
go ahead.
We need to talk about watching your drink.
Yeah.
That's something I think that we haven't really talked about in a while.
Maybe we haven't, but we shall.
But we should.
Yes. Your drink is yours. There are many like it, but this one is yours. No, when you're out,
what he just said.
Remember, we talk about it all the time. We talk about how the drinking is a team sport, and it's not that it's really a sport, but it is a team event. There are no medals. So sorry, I was thinking about something else. Game of spin the bottle. There are no truth or dare. Anyway.
Let's focus. Bring it back, T-Bone.
Well, we call drinking a team sport because we want you to do it with your friends. We want you to go out there. And the reason you drink with your friends is because those are people that you can trust. And those should be the only people you drink with, or people that you can trust in your close circle. And you can look after one another. We can be vigilant, but we can't be 100% vigilant all the time. And our percentage of vigilance, should there be a tracking measurement for this, decreases exponentially as we add alcohol to the equation. I gotta stop watching YouTube in the morning.
You are done. You're done. No more theoretical quantum physics for you, my friend.
Theoretical physicist YouTube videos all morning. I feel smarter, but at the same time, I feel dumber.
Well, you look it. No, I mean, smarter.
Thanks for that.
Smarter.
So, drinking being a team sport, you do it with friends so they can keep an eye on you. You keep an eye on them. We have, unfortunately, had incidences over the years. It's not something that occurs a whole bunch at once, and it's not a problem. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. We have had people that have been incapacitated by someone putting something in their drink. Now, we have had some incidences where someone was incapacitated by something in their drink, but that person was with friends, and the friends did what they were supposed to do and interjected and got that person to medical because something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And at medical, we found out, it's because you didn't order the extra Rufinol, apparently, in the drink. So can I get that with extra Rufinol? No, you can't. That's the benefit of drinking as a team, going out with each other, keeping an eye on each other, and making sure. Because unfortunately, the summertime, and normally there are just bad people, but the summertime brings more bad people, and they will do that to you. Now, the main motivation, and I know of no other motivation. If anybody else has experience with this, please let me know. But as far as I know, the only motivation for spiking someone's drink is to sexually assault them or to rob them.
Those are the big ones.
That's what they're going to do. There's nobody just giving out free drugs. That's anonymous. There's no anonymous drug fairy going around like, here's a sprinkle of your favorite drug. I just happen to. That's not happening. These people are doing it with the intent of sexually assaulting you, male or female. Be mindful of that little caveat. Or robbing you. None of which you want to happen. So when you drink as a team. Drinking is a team sport. Go with those that you love, you trust, and you care about. And we'll be back. So the cool thing about that is when we leave here, DJ ET's still going to do 7:30 stand-up. So you didn't miss out on that.
No.
Right?
No,
and I enjoy 7:30 stand-up. I get a chance to listen to people. I've even put it out to my friends because I got an approval. Previous approval. I don't know. Again, we're getting ready to go through a leadership change here. Everything could change. But I've gotten approval for, if I can get clean comedy radio quality from my friends, that we can use those in 7:30 stand-up. Huh? I got approval for that, so that'd be awesome. Anyway, we were going to talk about other foods that start with T, but we just never got to it. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
The only food you talked about was ramen.
Yes, we did talk about ramen, which does not start with a T, but I do believe ramen. I do believe Taco Tuesday could be other things. You could have Taco Thursday. I'm just saying, nothing wrong with tacos.
Thirsty Thursday.
But every single Tuesday, nothing wrong with that either. Do it, friends. There's nothing wrong with having a different. Something different on Tuesdays. I'm just saying. Not every menu in the military has to be tacos on Tuesday. We have options.
Tacos
or fish on Friday. It's not
Taco
required.
Tuesday.
It's not
Taco
required
Tuesday.
to have fish on Friday.
Taco Tuesday.
Anyway, getting back to what we're doing. So let's talk about Rotor Rideshare quickly. Rotor Rideshare. It is. I sent you the commercial. Did you like it? It is. It's beautiful. It's just me being me. It is connecting people who need rides with those people who need
Can
rides
provide.
with those people who can give rides. That's all it is. Go on Facebook, search Rotor Rideshare, and just put it out there. If you need a ride to do anything, go anywhere, to work, from work, airport, you name it, put it on Rotor Rideshare and see if one of those people there are willing to help you. There's a lot of people who've signed up on Rotor Rideshare who are just signing up to give rides, and a couple who've signed up that need rides. So put that out there. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to go out, drink and remember, have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. There are many, many options available to you. The Arrive Alive program, the One Taxi app, which is fantastic. Now there is Uber in the area. And of course, as another of one of many, many options, that you have the Rotor Rideshare. There is no excuse for you to get in a vehicle after consuming massive amounts of alcohol and then driving. You're only going to hurt yourself, or you're going to hurt somebody else. You're going to ruin your career. You don't need to do any of that. Just, think, have a plan. And buy a personal breathalyzer. Those things are awesome. So accident, crime. We've already talked about crime prevention. Court-martial prevention, we just covered with our little thing there. Don't do stupid stuff. Just as a general reminder. And what is stupid stuff? Stupid stuff that has criminal ramifications. If you can be put in handcuffs because of it, I don't recommend you do it. Live life to the fullest, but at the same time, know your boundaries. Know your left and right limiting stakes, and don't exceed those. They're there for a reason. With that being said, am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you're
okay.
good.
With that being said, I remind you this week, as I remind you every week, be the best person that you could be. And if you were a great person yesterday, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.